signed it. Macklin Celebrini signed the ELC entry level contract. Excuse me. So yeah, he's going to be in. He's not going back to college. He got enough out of there, and he already won the award for the best college player as a 17-year-old. I don't know what the hell else you could do besides
get a degree.
Bigger.
That's about it.
Yeah,
win it again.
Yeah,
he can get a degree anytime he wants.
That's right. Yeah, and he'll have the money to do it too. So
I think the odds of when Will Smith signed, I kind of felt like he was going to sign just because it makes sense to try to have as many young guys on the same team at once. But man, when that news came across, it was just so good. And the energy that I feel to make an effort to go and see this team,
yes,
is just, I'm ready to go. Like,
I
want to go.
I wanted to let you know, I looked up today because you had mentioned it and nobody responded to you, and we were a little tied up, so I apologize. But the tickets for opening night are still available. The cheapest seats they have available is $75. There's nosebleeds, but as Vince and I will tell you, there's a bad seat in that house unless you sit in the 4 seats that are behind a pillar.
Yeah. I already spent a bunch of money on the Joe Thornton retirement game, jersey retirement game. So, but yeah, this is it's exciting time to get in on the ground floor. It's not hopping on a bandwagon right now. The team is bad. So now's the time to get it. They're probably not going to make the playoffs this coming year. There's just going to be too many, learning, like too much learning for the rookies and the young ones to go through. They still don't have a guy to quarterback the power play,
Right.
So there's, there's just still too many holes right now, but it's coming. And a lot of people are like, in like 2 years.
Yeah.
That's when this thing's about to pop off, man.
I really want to see Will Smith out there with him, man. Like, I just want to see, even if they're, obviously Max is going to be a one-liner, but if they play a couple lines together because they're, in between shifts,
yeah,
I want to see it, man. I want to see what they look like together,
Yeah. You know what I'm most excited for, guys?
Yeah.
It's cracking open those upper deck hockey cards and getting all of them first edition, first rookie. Oh man, of Will Smith and Celebrini. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. As you guys know, I love getting that rush of opening some type of mystery box, mystery pack.
Yeah,
man. No, but and I really love what Mike Greer has done with the roster building. Is they added some players that are veteran presence that still have a lot to give in quality hockey, but also it doesn't break the bank that makes it so difficult that, say, next year or the year after, you want to bring in another star because you feel like you can move on something, or even some of your young guys start to show that they're really good. They're set up to bring in talent, but also retain talent and keep a core together for a number of years. So I really love the approach that Mike Greer has had. And he's, this franchise hasn't been good for a few years now. And he truly had to tear it down to the studs. And I think no rebuild is pretty, but this is, as you're starting to see this come together, it shows a lot of promise, and there's definitely a lot of excitement around the organization. And there's going to be a ton of Sharks and Warrior crossover because of his father and Draymond being a big hockey fan right now.
Yeah. Draymond's definitely going to open the doors for the tank at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun to see that.
Yeah. So I'm juiced. I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I still want to try and catch some Barracuda games because you never know. There might be some young kids that we like that just need a little bit more seasoning down there. So by all means, if you're listening and you're in the area, if Sharks games are a little too expensive for you, which, they may be coming on the rise here, you can always catch a Barracuda game for like $19. So don't forget.
It's like $25 on the glass was what we paid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like right behind
the fucking pocket change. Like,
right. So
yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's a great venue to watch a hockey game. So get out there.
Also,
I know
if
we're going
you're
to be going to a few.
Yeah, if you're a former A's fan, the in-arena announcer is the same arena announcer for the A's.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So you know, if you miss her, you know, you can hear her voice again through the speakers. So,
nice.
Sweet.
All right. What else we got in the free agency of the hockey world too?
All right, so just a couple of things. Vladimir Tarasenko is going to Detroit for 2 years, $9.5 million per total. So, you know, for almost $5 million per year for him. And then Sidney Crosby's contract is coming soon. It sounds like that they're going to try to do multi-year contract. So, like, you know, they're talking maybe 3 years, and he was getting $8.7 million per year. His number is 87 because he was born in 1987. He's a very superstitious guy, so maybe
as
that's
is
the
all
number.
hockey / baseball players.
Yeah. So they only have like $3.5 million of cap space to work with, so they still have to make a few moves in order to fit Sidney Crosby's contract in there.
It's crazy that he's you know, I would say that the tail end of his career as he approaches 40, where I remember him coming into the league and him being like, you know, the
Sid the Kid and
all that.
That kind of, I mean, that makes me think about, you know, the Capitals with Ovechkin. It feels like it was yesterday when he was all over ESPN News and like driving to practice in new cars every single day, and you know, just to talk
scoring.
Now it's like
70 goals or whatever ridiculous.
I remember the commercials calling it the Ovech trick, the hat trick of hat tricks.
Yeah,
exactly.